Hello.
Okay, guys, um, here we are. The question is the following one: how to change from an individual point. We were going through this journey when we discovered different things. We made a lot of changes, and yeah, thanks to other people, all the friends we like the close friends we have around, we saw people changing a lot. So we said, okay, but how is that possible? And here we are. What's
Think
up in your mind?
my mind is to the question how to change, nothing else. We discussed so many times. How do you change people? How do you change yourself? And so we're here because we had many conversations, also with other people with different perspectives, and we have something to share. So really, we found some we found some ideas that we can share. So learnings that we have from our experiences. And so yeah, today it's just a day where we want to share them. I think this is my introduction. And so we were basically trying to figure out how to change positively in your life and why some people get stuck. Okay, so why do some people seem to be always improving and finding their own way and living with joy or living with satisfaction and having a good relationship with themselves, and other people completely lost in group thinking, completely lost in dreams that are not theirs or in lives that are not really fulfilling them, or they don't have a light within them that you can see with your eyes. So yeah, it's basically uh, our attempt is to search for uh, share the characteristics and ways to find that light and find that and light that spark in people, because we have seen it for ourselves. So yeah, the question is how to change, and so it all starts with a spark. So if you want to introduce that concept.
Yes, basically, you get sparks all over you get and you give sparks.
What is a spark?
Basically, spark is a stimulus. So can be a book, can be a person telling you something, can be a lot of things.
Experience, life experience.
Yeah, life experiences, yeah, stimulus, I would say. And what happened with that stimulus is that you start questioning what you are doing, basically, because every change starts with a question for
Question mark in your mind, yes.
for what we know.
Yes.
You start questioning your life. So, okay, you ask yourself question. And what you do, I mean, the step after that is looking for an answer, of course. So, basically, here the concept is a bit tricky, meaning that the answer, in my opinion, is the process to look for an answer. So you will never, basically, will never find the answer because the answer is the process. Let's make an example. I would like to do that job because I think it will be really nice. So you start questioning, okay, how can I do that? So you start looking for an answer, and in the process to look for an answer, I believe there are two things that can happen. The first one is okay, I keep looking for an answer. So I'm active and I'm looking to find this answer. And the other situation is I'm looking for an answer, but you stop to look for the answer because maybe you start thinking this job is too hard. My friends tell me that it's really difficult for me to get that job. So you say to yourself, okay, you just stop to look for the answer. So here is basically a problem, I would say, because you just basically you take what other people tell you as true, and you don't test it in your life, basically. And there are many, like many, a lot of things when you stop to look for an answer. Because you are not changing your situation, basically. And let's go back to the previous point where you are active to find the answer. And when you are active to find the answer, one really thing I believe is important is to take action, because otherwise it's like, okay, I have everything in my mind, but things are not changing until you make them. So action, I believe, is really important. And what is helpful in my opinion is the small actions, because okay, maybe you to reach like that the change you want, there are many ways to achieve that, and I think it's helpful for me, at least, to start from the things that I have, and start like slowly. So okay, I make a different I don't know, I change something different in my daily life, and I focus on that and I change that, okay, and after my life improve, and I keep changing slowly until you basically get as close as possible as how you are as a person, as your identity. So in that case, it's easier for people to get spark from you, basically, because how you act, how you are in the real life is really close to how your identity is. Go deeper within yourself and look for the answer, because it's really interesting for me, a beautiful concept from Buddhism, which states that we have everything inside. Look inside, not outside, so the answer will be always inside you. From what we experienced so far, but with the time, everything will make more sense, because there are many concepts, for example, in this, let's say, sort of method that we basically wrote down based on our experience and the experience of people that we have around, and because we met them, we made friends, and we saw really crazy changes in us first, of course, and in our friends. So basically we said, okay, but how is that possible? So we tried to boil down, let's say a structure to understand, okay, what happened in the process of making a change. Do you want to add something?
I think we started with the question of how to change, but I think we made a bit of no, we didn't make a mistake, but I think that's a secondary question to a major one, which is how to live a fulfilling human life. And so, to live a fulfilling human life, it should be you should be true to yourself, and you should be yourself. And to find your truest self, the whole process that you talked about needs to happen. So, for instance, I am living through my life not questioning why I go in certain places, or I go to do certain sports, or I behave in a certain ways. I stay with a group of people, or I don't question what I'm studying, the job that I'm doing, my social value. I don't question these things. I'm not going deep enough to find myself, and so it's likely that I will not live a fulfilling human life, because I'm not being true to myself, I'm not discovering myself, I'm not changing myself in an iterative process and testing throughout my life. So then the question becomes how to change so that you can start going deeper with yourself. And so the whole conversation basically started with, okay, you need to have a stimulus, which is either a shock, an experience, a person, a book, a quote, something that changes the way you think in that moment and calls you to start questioning stuff in your life. Holy shit, I hate this job. And you have this realization, for instance. And you find yourself in questioning the job that you're doing, if it really is for you, and you look for answers, and you look for answers through action in your life, in your daily life, which is conversing with people, doing your job, testing other jobs, and finding maybe your truest way, which is, I don't think finance is for me. I'm not doing a job that is fulfilling me. I want to do way more interaction with nature and outdoors, and I think maybe I should be a fucking hiking guide. I don't know. So through, like, I think how to live a fulfilling human life drives the question of how to change in a way that you keep finding your truest self throughout your life, and you keep changing so that you are attuning yourself to your soul, your truest identity in your soul. That happens through questions and answers in action. And so you start with a stimulus, you start asking questions, and then you find answers in your actions in life. So the deeper that you go, the more you can destroy the blind tribalism that is affecting your life. So the dogma, the not questioning and just doing, because your group of friends does it, your colleagues do that, your family says to do so, your media or your whatever, the tribe is doing, and you break the pattern and you start going on conscious tribalism, which means that you are conscious of the patterns of that tribe, let's call that structure a tribe. So the tribe of my job in the context of I want to do the job that is true for myself. I stop thinking about that tribe and their values, and I am conscious about it, and then I become an independent thinker. So this video is for people that feel like they're not on the trust path, or they found that stimulus, or this is maybe the stimulus, and you start having those questions and answers, and you want to develop this independent thinking, becoming from blind to conscious, and finding this new thinking through action and experimentation and experience in your own life. So I think that's a good way to pack the stuff for you.